Am I live? Do you guys see me? Hi, everybody. Yay, welcome. I haven't been live in like a year, like a freaking year. Can you believe it? I took a huge sabbatical. I'm like, 2020 can just go suck it, and I'm not playing. So I'm back. Hi, everybody who's all here. I got to say hi to everybody. Okay, scrolling back. Hi, Haggy. How you doing, Haggy? And Johnny and Ricky and my Michelle. Donna Taylor, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Of course, I haven't been around either. Yeah. Heather. Yay, Heather and Ricky. Thanks for coming, guys. How is it coming through? Am I clear? Can you see me? Can you hear me? What's the deal? Let me know what's up. Yeah, 2020, bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, I missed you too, Donna. I've just been like, out running rogue and just hanging out and just like, just trying to deal with 2020 and all that crap. You know how it goes. Good. Everything's good. Can you see me okay? Am I clear? Because I'm looking at this thing and I almost look like a robot person. Isn't that weird? I'm a little bright, but that's good. That's because this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, and I am sitting here right next to the sun. I have to sit here next to this window because I started having a hot flash and I opened up the window and it feels amazing. Yeah, so unfortunately with StreamYard, chat is a little wonky. Like it doesn't catch up as fast. So I'm like, I've got to keep my tablet here too. Yeah, so I wanted to come on and do like some psychic exercises. Does that sound fun? Like, you know how it is, like you get in your own way of really thinking and believing that you're special or that you have any gifts. You always think, oh, that's, so-and-so that I saw on YouTube or so-and-so that's sitting in a little shop downtown. They're psychic, but I'm not. And you think that you don't have it in you to get any kind of accurate messages or any kind of knowing. And I'm calling bullshit because you darn sure do. Have you ever had a gut feeling, or you've just been like, after something happens and you look back and you go, holy shit, I knew it all along. I called it, That's your gut. That's your psyche. That's your intuition. That's your psychic nature. So real quick, let's just go over some of the different kinds of clairs that you can have. You can have clairvoyance, where that's clear vision. And so sometimes people think that having clairvoyance, that means that you see things play out in front of your eyes, like that's how you're picking up on what's the psychic bit. And that's not how it is at all. It can be, but it's important to understand that some of the things you're already doing, that you're already capable of, are parts of it. Like, have you ever been listening to an audiobook and then you see everything in your mind's eye? You see the actors or the characters, you see the locations, you can hear the sounds. Can you hear the sounds if you're listening to an audiobook? What if they're standing next to the ocean in an audiobook and they talk about the fact that they're on a beach? Can you hear the waves coming in? Maybe you can hear a seagull, but it's not with your ears or your eyes, right? You get what I'm picking up on? Then there's, clairaudience. Like I said, you can just hear things. That's like, sometimes you get that earworm stuck in your head, like you hear a song and it's stuck in your head and how you hear it all the time. That is how clairaudience works as well. Not to say that I haven't and I don't sometimes hear someone in my left ear telling me something. And that's really hard to describe because nobody else hears it, but I do, and it's just right here. And it's always my left side. It's always this side. So I recognize that and know that that's spirit or a spirit guide or someone. And how about if you get off the telephone with someone? Try this sometime. Like talk to somebody. Try to go back and remember what the sound of my voice sounds like. Or if you're talking with someone, think of someone in your family or someone that you know, and hear their voice in your head. That's really important. You can do that. See, you already have it. It's right there. The biggest hurdle is just trusting. You just have to freaking trust. Clairsentience is clair feeling. That's like I was saying that like you just have a hunch. You just have a hunch, or you walk into somewhere and you feel the energy, or you meet someone for the first time and you're going, I really like that person's energy. Or you might meet somebody and you go, I'm not so sure about this one. There's a reason why we have these things. You're reading energy, and that's all that your intuition is doing too. So you've got it. You've got clairsentience. Claircognizance is just clear knowing. That's just like you just know. You just know that you know that you know. And one thing that you need to do that's really good, things that help a huge bit. Journal, write things down. I'm going to show you something. You're going to think this is really crazy. Okay, I've got journals, right? I've got this one that I'm more meticulous about, like writing things out and keeping track of where they are and what's going on. But this little booger here, my little mermaid thing here, I have pages and just crap. I write things down wherever. I don't even know what page I'm on. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to what gets written down in here. But I have it near me all the time so that I can just like real quick grab it and write something down. So it's there. Write things down. Write things down no matter how inconsequential or silly they seem. If you feel it or you feel like you don't know why you're thinking this or feeling this, write it down, because then you can go back later and you can see that validation that, oh, heck yes, I was right. Like my friend Michelle, I don't know how many times I'll tell her like I had a dream about this. Like, oh, it just happened last week, didn't it, Michelle? I was like, I had a dream about this, and I really think that this is probably getting ready to happen. Yep. In a few hours, it did. I was lucky I could tell Michelle those things, that way, I validated what, at least at that circumstance, it was like it happened within a few hours. But you might think something or feel something or know something, hear something, see something, and write it down and not remember until later. Like maybe it's a month later, maybe it's next year, maybe it's the last time Mercury retrograde was in, and when it's in Mercury retrograde again, you're going to see it happen again. Know what I mean? Write that stuff down so that you can look back and you be like, yes, I really did see it. I really did. It's really important for you to understand and believe in who you are and your God, goddess, universe, alien given rights. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your gifts and and who you are. I mean, it's every bit as real for you that you are psychic, that you can hear, see, taste, touch, and smell. The thing is that sometimes with your third eye, with your antenna, with your psychic abilities or your intuition, sometimes what happens is that you talk yourself out of it. You talk yourself out of it. And the more you validate these things for yourself and you see them happening and you write them down, the more magic happens, the more it happens. You have to get out of your own way. You have to shut down everything. That's why meditation is so good. If you sit in meditation and you've just got that still and that quiet, that's when things really start pouring in, or sometimes when you're sleeping, because that's what dreaming is. Dreaming is just another form of clairvoyance. And the universe will validate. Eventually, you'll see. And the more that happens, the more that you start tuning in, the more you're going to be like, yeah, this keeps happening, and it keeps happening, and it keeps happening. Also, keep in mind, there are some people that can sit down at a piano bench and they can play by ear. They can just sit down and play. And there are some people that have to sit down with a piano teacher and they have to practice and they have to learn. It doesn't make them any less of a piano player. And if you have to practice and work that muscle, because your third eye is a muscle, you have to work it, right? You are no less a psychic than the person that's charging an ungodly amount of money for information. You have it within you and you can freaking do it. Capiche? Get it? I'm just saying, that's just kind of the way it is, you know. Think of it like this. Words are the language of the mind, and feeling is the language of your soul. So you need to learn to trust your feelings. Do what Oprah said. What was it Oprah said? Something about always trusting your gut instinct, you know? Like when you meet somebody and you feel like there's something, you can't put your finger on it, you don't have any reason to not trust them. They're smiling at you, they smell nice, they look nice. What is it about them? You can't put your finger on it, but you just freaking know. See what I'm talking about? You guys already know. You know because you do this all the time, because guess what? You are psychic. You have good intuition. So now we're going to do just a little bit of a game, kind of an exercise to help kind of get used to working that muscle. Get yourself comfortable. I'm going to sit here and chill and take a vape on my vape pen, and I'm going to drink out of my fancy ass mug that I got at the gas station. And you guys get yourselves comfortable, and then we're going to practice something real quick just to kind of learn to recognize and see. So some of you guys are old hats at this. Some of you not. Jackie! Hey, there's my friend Jackie. Good to see you. Who else has climbed in here? Aw, Jackie, how are you? How's Ireland? Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are here. So take a minute and get comfortable, like get to a place where, you know, you're not going to, don't do like I do, like whenever, you know, you sit down to meditate and all of a sudden you feel every little wrinkle or like the tag in your shirt that you wouldn't have noticed before. It's not until you try to get quiet. That's, you know, you just kind of got to get out of your own head a little bit. So get to a place that's quiet and chill. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. And whenever you get there, you may want to have a grounding stone. I'm not going to go into some super meditation or anything, but trust me, like having a good, this is my favorite piece of labradorite. This thing has been with me all over. I take it with me. It lives in my purse. And then I get it out whenever I know I'm going to need it. No, you don't need pen and paper, Ricky. You just need you. Unless you want pen and paper. You can have, you know what? If you feel like you need pen and paper, you might. Sometimes it might be good for you to just sit and because some people, they have to use their body in order to turn things on. For me, a lot of times what gets me, What gets my intuition turned on is sitting and shuffling a deck of cards. So sometimes, I don't know how many times I'll be sitting with my friends on the phone or something, and they'll hear my cards. You know, they won't see what I'm doing, but they'll hear it. and it's just because I'm bored and I have to do something with my hands. And thank you, Chris. You have a piece of carnelian. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, yes. Thank you, Haggis. Yeah. Sometimes there is a little bit of something. Maybe it is taking a pen to paper and kind of writing things down a little bit. For me, it's kind of shuffling cards. For some people, it might just be tuning out and rocking back and forth and spinning plates. You know what I mean? It could be anything. But you'll find something. And it's important too. It's good to have little switches like that you can know when you're kind of switching it on, when you're going to be kind of, I don't want to say focused, because the last thing you want to do when you're working with intuition is focus. But when you want to be focused on getting information, it is good to have a little switch. Like in your mind, you can picture a switch that you're turning on, like a light switch on and off. Or you can picture a door opening it up so that you can allow things to come in. And that way, whenever you're done, then you can shut that, or you can turn it off, or you can put your cards down, or whatever it is that signifies that, hey, I'm done. I don't need to get more energy right now, because then you don't want to be picking up every Tom, Dick, and Harry's crap. I don't know who Tom, Dick, or Harry are, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see. Jackie. Oh, I love shuffling cards. Yes, I know. It's so relaxing. Yeah. Heather says, when you want to be present. Okay, let's do this really quick. I am going to turn this. Looky here. Okay. I've gone dark, y'all. So what I'm going to have you guys do, I have a picture here, okay, and I'm going to tell you that this is picture number 12, okay, just a random number, 12. So focus on the number 12. If you have to write down the number 12, if you have to think about the number 12 in your mind's eye, do whatever you got to do. Hey, Sean, how you doing? We're being psychic, Sean. Oh, Roger says, Harry. And finally, I know who Harry is of Tom, Dick, and Harry. Roger. So just focus on the number 12. There may be things you might, when I show you this picture, you'll see, some of the things that you might have picked up. You might see a color. You might see a shape. You might see something that maybe makes noise. And so then you might be hearing what that noise is. Kind of like, remember when I said, if you listen to a book or something, and the characters are standing next to an ocean, you might hear those waves coming in. Things like that. There might be something that you hear. Number 12, focus on these flashes. Sometimes they come in flashes all of the sudden. Sometimes you'll pick up little bits at a time. What kinds of things are you seeing or hearing or feeling? You can go ahead, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's okay to be wrong and to be off. This is not like you're not being graded. Nobody's going to look at you and think, oh, heck, you're not psychic because you missed this. Okay. So what you can do is you can write down in the comments what you're getting. I'm going to say, like, starting now, I'm going to look at Exploring Ginger. I'm going to look at Sean's comment where he says, where's the granny panties? And I'm going to use that as my marker. So when you guys start getting things, like maybe you see something that might be in this picture, like maybe what are you feeling? Does it feel like this is indoors or outdoors? Are there beings in this picture? Maybe you hear a sound. And it's okay if you don't get anything. It's okay if you draw a blank. It's okay. And like I said, it's okay if you don't even want to write it in the chat here because you don't want people to be like, oh, I was wrong. You know, I saw a purple elephant and the picture you showed me was a truck. You know, it's okay. Just whatever you guys are getting. You can write it in the chat. It's really good to write it down, even if you don't write it in chat. I encourage you to write it in chat. That way we can see and we can get that validation that what you're seeing is something. Oh, hi, Neem. There's my friend Neem. I'm a bit late and cannot stay. But hi, our Noah. And I have saved this to my watch list later. Oh, thank you, Neem. I love you. I'm glad that you came by. Neem calls me Noah because I have this farm of fuckery here. I've got 10,571 animals, it feels like. Yeah. And we're really lucky because I have the window open and I don't have guineas outside of my windows and I don't have crowing roosters and that kind of stuff happening. So what are you guys seeing? Anybody seeing? Heather sees some sunshine. Okay, well, you guys you see things, you hear things. Is there anything you feel? You know, there's another Claire called clairguscience. Maybe you taste or smell something. Can't remember what the smell one is, but the taste is clairguscience. I get that sometimes. Haggis, I know that you're psychic. You proved that this week. You can't hide. Do you see anything, Haggis? Anybody else have anything? Are you picking up on anything? Just close your eyes. Take a couple of good deep breaths. I mean, really deep breaths, the kind you really feel in your lungs. And let it out and see if you see something in your third eye. Okay, these are good. These are really good. Anybody else? Good. Yeah, you guys are doing good. Oh, Henry, you got to go sit down. Come on. Come on. Okay, sit. 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 Okay. Okay. Anybody else? I'm going to give it just one more minute. See, when it's 2:26, then I'm going to have the big reveal. Good. These are all good. And remember, nothing that you see, hear, feel, taste, smell, anything, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Yes, Cranky Frankie. You can put right down in the comments there what you just got. What do you see in your mind's eye, or hear, or feel? Good to see you too, Cranky Frankie. Anybody got anything else? Because our minute's up. Okay, upside down trees. Okay, all right. Now, when I show you this picture, if what you see doesn't make sense for what you think or what you saw, I'm going to explain how you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. Okay. Now, because I'm StreamYard illiterate, I'm actually technologically illiterate, and I have 11-7 kids that could show me how to do stuff, but I'm like, Shan's going to show me how to do some stuff, so I can like share screen and stuff. I don't know how to do all that, and I've tried, and it didn't work. So I'm just going to show you what our picture is here. Can you see it? What do you see? Okay, I'm going to back up here and we're going to go through a little bit here. Heather saw fish. And you know what? We don't know that there's not a fish tank in the room where this photo was taken, do we? We don't know that. There could be a fish there. Let's see. Sunshine. There is some sunshine coming in through the windows, isn't there? Ricky's shoveling mac and cheese into her face. She's got the munchies. Ricky, did you took your medicine, didn't you? Sean says, give a rooster to Haggis. Haggis, you do need a rooster. Oh, Haggis sees Newman. You know what? What if that little boy has a dog? What if that little boy has a dog that's like Newman? Let's see. I see a Haggis figure. You know what? He kind of looks like Haggis's little pictures when he was a little boy. He really does. Do you see that little boy? He kind of reminds me of Haggis's little picture that he's got, his school picture where he's kind of got that longer brown hair. Michelle sees blue. Heather sees green. Look, there's green. There's green right here, and then there's blue right next to it. This little boy's got a blue shirt on. Can you guys see this picture okay? Johnny sees red. Blue skies. It looks like it would be like that day would be a blue sky day. It looks like the sun would be out. A clock. You know what? You can pick up too, because you don't, sometimes when it comes to your intuition, you don't want to think literally as well. So maybe one of these toys is a wind-up toy. So there are gears like a clock. That could happen. Sean sees dirty pillows, and I don't think that he means the kind that are on your bed that you haven't washed. I think that he's talking about jumblies, because I think Sean is seeing something different altogether. A feather. And I'm going to show you why some of this might have come through a little different for you too. A train. Interesting. A train. Yeah, well, when you look at it, I mean, it might not be a train, but look at some of the toy equipment that he's using. That this crane here, whoa, this crane here almost looks like a train track a little bit. Birds. I'm going to show you. Butter. Let me see. What did we see? He stole your crackers. Major delay. Hookers. We got hookers in the house. Cookies. Cookies. Yeah, these are like cookies, aren't they? You know what's funny? When my little boys were little, my dad always had those these kind of crackers here. Can't remember what they're called. I don't care for them, but my boys love them, and my dad used to call them cookies. He'd say, "Hey boys, you want a cookie?" And he'd give them one of these crackers. Upside down trees. Well, you know what? Look out this window kind of here. It's faded, but you can see some foliage coming down perhaps out there. So I'm going to flip this over and show you some of the things, because while this was the image I told you to look at, you might have also been picking up on something like this. One of you said that you saw birds, blue skies, a train. I mean, a train, that's not a train, but wagons. I mean, you could have been picking up on any of these things too. Do you see what I mean? You could have been picking up on that, because Michelle saw a bird. Heather saw fish. Well, there would be fish back here. And well, don't get jumbled up in your head that, oh, well, that's not even real. Like, obviously, there's not a whole lot of real happening here, because this guy's just playing. And that's just a drawing. Don't get stuck on that, because your intuition works where you can hear. I can look at a tarot card and I can hear the sounds coming out of that. Because I've done a lot of what's called path working, where you step into the card, you step into these images, and then you start picking up and hearing. Okay, so I'm going to show you another one. Let's try another one. You guys want to do another one? Haggis got his apricot crumble vape juice. Blue sky and birds. Chris, you saw that? Did you see? You saw that? See? You guys are psychic. Okay, I'm going to close this out. Okay. Welcome to the dark side. We have cookies or Ritz crackers, whatever you want to say. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to give you the number 3. That's for your. That's the target. Number 3. Think about this picture. Or think about what comes into you. What are you picking up that I'm looking at right here? What are you picking up? You picking up what I'm throwing down? Sometimes this will surprise you. Sometimes it'll frustrate you. You might look at something and be like, man, I didn't even see that at all. Other times you might look at something and go, what the heck? You know, I did this recently, and I saw a lot of details about a very specific place. And then it turned around and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I saw. And the next time when she asked me to look at a different target and try to pick things up. I got it totally wrong. Totally wrong. So don't focus on what you don't get right. Focus on what you are picking up. It's okay. And the number 3, that's the target I'm giving you. Number 3. You might write that down, close your eyes, or, that's just, it's not, I didn't give you number 3 because there are 3 in the picture or anything like that. I'm just giving it a title without giving anything away from the picture. Okay. I see some good ones coming in. I see some really good ones coming in. Fun. Getting any shapes, any colors, maybe sounds or smells. These are all really good. Good, good, good. Yes, you guys are doing great. I'm going to give it 1 more minute. Guys, just keep tuning in. You guys got it? Are you ready? I'm going to go ahead and reveal now. You guys are going to be pretty excited, I think, some of you. You ready? Okay, let me scroll back up to where I tried to take a mental note of where we all started here. We've got some colors and some, okay, you guys ready? You guys see anything that's like this? So we've got red. You know what? That dude's probably got red underwear on. Blue, you've got the blue water. Waffles. They could have had waffles for breakfast. Do you see how sometimes you have to just trust and go with what it is and to know that maybe you're right? Sunshine. I just heard a song come into my head. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That's how it works too. Sometimes you'll get little song lyrics like that. Always pay attention to all of these things. Whoppers. Maybe they're getting ready to go to Burger King and have a Whopper. Sunset. Look at you, Sean. Sunset. And I know it's hard to pick up on this picture, but it does look like there's a little bit of yellow above those trees. Haggis sees Arkansas. You know what, Haggis? This could be Arkansas. This could be down on one of the lakes in Arkansas. Big Mac. Milk. The sky looks a little milky up here too. Smoke. All of these things, you know, there could have been, this guy might have just had a cigarette, or someone could have been that morning or maybe that evening before this was taken. Maybe someone was burning something there, had a campfire perhaps. A bowl. Look at the shape of this here. These tree limbs kind of make a little bit of a bowl, don't they? Also, the boat is kind of like a bowl, isn't it? And flowers. There could be flowers there. Bees. I almost guarantee there's bees around there somewhere. And wind. Burger. It's interesting how so many of you were picking up like Whoppers and Big Macs and burgers and food. I bet that these guys maybe had just eaten. Maybe he gave that dog a burger. Maybe they shared lunch or they're getting ready to. Triangle. Yeah, well, look at this shape here too. It's like maybe an upside down triangle in a way. Salty. What if that's salt water? Or what if they have salt from their sweat? Trees blowing? Definitely. Look at this. Boats or water. How do you say that? Auguries and signals? I know I just totally butchered your name and I am so sorry. Look at that. Boats or water. Haggis sees hot dogs. Well, maybe in a literal sense, maybe that dog is kind of hot. Maybe it's a hot day. A dish. See, again, that shape of the boat. The boat is holding something kind of like a soap dish, isn't it? Sean was hoping for a blue waffle. Heather said she was seeing a campfire. I bet that that's what had happened on this location somewhere nearby there. There had been a campfire, and that's why you were seeing smoke as well. Johnny says cowboy hats and boots. Johnny also says black electric guitar in Hotel California. You know what? What if they were listening to Hotel California? What if they had listened to the Eagles on their way there this morning, or they're going to hear the Eagles later? It could be. I'm just going to call you Signals because I know I'm screwing up your name. The color red, again, it could be he's got red underwear on. We don't know. But you're not the only one that picked up on the color red. Ball cap. This dude might have had a ball cap on earlier. Do you see how sometimes these things, sometimes and a lot of times with what you get in your third eye, it is that just that shape. And so like Michelle was seeing, what did she say, a bowl? Did you say soap dish? A dish. You said a dish, and I said, oh, kind of like a soap dish is what I saw when I looked at that. The shape of that boat, how that kind of looked like that. Do you see what I mean? It's Greg. Okay. Nice to meet you, Greg. Yeah. I'll try not to butcher your name. I'll remember it's Greg. I had a turkey named Greg once. I did. That was after I had a turkey named Craig. Then I got Greg. Okay, let's do another one real quick. You guys want to do another one? Let's do another one. Now you guys are getting warmed up a little bit, and the more you start seeing where you're hitting on things and you're getting it right, even if you don't think that it's right, you have to think outside of the box a little bit and see where, listen, homies, you're a little bit accurate. And the more that happens, and even if you're dead wrong, the more you keep doing these kinds of exercises and these kinds of things, and the more you start believing in yourself, then the more the antenna kind of just goes up and you're able to pull more things in because you're able to recognize it better when it happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. Roger's taking a little break. All righty then, you go hang out with your sidekick, Harry. All right, Roger. Okay, I'm getting the picture out now. Getting it out now. And I'm going to give you the number 27. Okay? The number 27. And I'm closing my camera. I'm going to let Henry out to take a leak. You guys think about the number 27 and see what kinds of things you start getting through your mind's eye. Go ahead, Henry. Number 27. What kind of colors are you seeing? Maybe there are shapes. Maybe you hear a noise. I look at this picture and I can hear noises. That's a good practice too. Whenever you're looking at pictures, try to see yourself there and hear or smell what's happening there. Roger's just going to go straight with Jimi Hendrix because the number 27 and the 27 Club. These are really interesting that you guys are getting. This is good. This is really good. Sean's going with granny panties. Might come as a flash, or you might keep seeing different things ebb and flow and come in and out. Try not to overthink it any. Just like Paul McCartney said, just let it be. There are no wrong answers. I'm going to give it one more minute. One more minute. You guys got it? You ready? Okay, now this is interesting. You guys are really interesting people. You guys are seeing more than you're supposed to. Isn't that weird? I'm going to tell you what I mean as we go through this. Okay, let me do this here. Let me just make this, like, there we go. This is the picture that I gave you. This was our 27. It looks like an old general store. Now let's see what we were seeing. All right. All right, I want to make sure that I get back to the beginning. Oh, Roger's taking his break with us. Awesome. And let's see. Sean saw 27 granny panties. Chris saw stars. Michelle says she's answering for someone else and sees kids. Okay, let me kind of focus here. Let me look in this picture closer and see if I can see. There might be kids in there. There darn sure might. I can't see people in there, but there could be children in there. A ladder. That's interesting. Look at this. Do you see that chair? That's one of those chairs, like I have one, my grandma had one, that's kind of got like step stool ladder that goes up into a little seat. Those things are the bomb.com. There's your ladder that you saw, Heather. Blue. Sean was seeing a lot of blue, and there sure is a lot of blue in there. Look at the signs, the open sign, and then what is this sign here? I don't know what it's advertising, doesn't matter, but there's this sign here that's blue. Haggis is seeing green, and there sure is. There's some green in the trees back there a little bit. There's some green foliage out front here. And now this is where things get interesting because I know Michelle. Hi, Betty Loco. I love you. Let's see here. Where did that go? I just scrolled past it. Hold on. I'm losing my mind. Okay, there's Michelle. Okay. You're seeing more than you're supposed to see, you guys. I'm sitting here and I have this laid out on my desk and I'm looking at this picture while you're picking up on it. I also happen to have a deck that's sitting out on my desk here. Michelle saw a rainbow. Just after that, Chris saw a black sky. Now, this wasn't our target, but yet you still picked up on what was sitting right here in front of me. Just saying. A rainbow and black sky. Heather was picking up on bricks. Are those bricks out front there? There's bricks all along. Look at this. Look at this rooftop, and then along the side there, looks like there were bricks used. Chris saw green. Michelle saw water. And there probably is there. Haggis saw younger Donna. You know what? I might have been here whenever I was younger because this is in Missouri. Heather saw popcorn. This is kind of cool. Let me point this out. Do you see this? Wait, my fingers are kind of funky. Do you see this little thing right there? I can't tell if that's supposed to be a soft drink or popcorn, but it looks like popcorn. Just saying. Y'all are psychic. Okay. Star. There absolutely probably is somewhere. Let me look. This is why I need to get the whole split screen share thing going. That way we can look at this together a little bit better than what we're doing here. The star could have been the shape of the light fixtures. Yellow, Ricky saw yellow. Look at those chairs. Do you see those chairs? Chris saw wheels. Look at that. There's wheels right there. Stripes. Look at that awning. Heather's really picking up on the building structure itself. She's got the bricks and now she's got stripes, but I don't know if you can see the ribbed tin on the awning that looks like stripes. And there are trees. Michelle saw trees. There's trees back there. Warm breeze. It looks like it could be a warm, breezy day, doesn't it? Bright stars, Chris says. I think that you and Michelle are both picking up on light fixtures. Oh, hang on. My stupid virus detection crap. My computer's always got to be a butt nugget. Blue Hooters. Sean. Earthly colors like orange, reds, rust. Yes. Look at the color of that. Look at the color of that building. Those are like in that stool there. Orange, reds, rust. There's a stop sign there. There's your red there. But those are earthly colors, aren't they? And then that brown tone, that's an earthly color too. That the wood of the building. And Roger seems a cream white Fender Stratocaster. Is this your Wayne's World moment where you're going, oh yes, it will be mine? Heather sees a hard surface. There are several hard surfaces here. Calm air. And circle. Lots of circles happening in there too. Lots of circles. Yellow, yep, the chairs. Glass. We've got glass windows. Everglass. Native American Saturn. An hourglass? You saw an hourglass. Let me look at real quick. See what we have. An hourglass. There could very well be something hourglass shaped or an hourglass in there. And sometimes you can go with the fact that you saw an hourglass. Kind of like in the last one where someone saw a clock. Sometimes those are concepts rather than just ideas. Maybe someone is running late. Someone's running out of time. Someone needs to get there. Maybe they're getting ready to close. When you have like a clock or an hourglass, sometimes that's just indicative of a concept, like time. Jim Morrison. Let's see. Yorkie dogs. Oh, I love Yorkie dogs. And then there's my Benny Loco lurking. Not for anything, but you're headed out to the store. Roger says, Five and Dime, where Jimmy bought his first guitar. Hey, what if this is kind of like that Five and Dime store a little bit? It's kind of like a general store. It's a cafe right now, but it certainly looks like it perhaps used to be a general store. Hi, Tammy. Namaste. Yorkshire. Timing. Jackie's got to go to bed. Good night, beautiful. Sleep well. Let's see. Google. This message again on Haggis. I don't know. Google deleted a message on Haggis. Come on, Google. We're adults here. We don't need all that. Yeah. You guys really look at that and look at how much you guys were able to pick up on. And I can't even believe Michelle and Chris, I mean, like one right after the other, rainbow and then dark storm clouds. And then we get this, and that wasn't even our target, but it was sitting like this, like right next to it. Like where I was sitting, this is what I saw. So you guys were picking up on that. How freaking cool. Is that fun or what? You guys want to do this again sometime? Get together. I've been on an hour now. And you probably don't want to get going too much, because sometimes if you get to using your third eye a lot and you're not used to it, kind of wears you out a little bit if you get into that space. Heather says, I almost typed mud, but didn't. Fun to practice. It is fun to practice. You almost typed mud, and that's the Mudcat Cafe. I love it. Yes. Yeah, it's the Mudcat Cafe, and it's in Oak Ridge, Missouri, if you ever want to go and find you a cheeseburger or some popcorn or something. maybe a Stratocaster. Yeah, isn't that fun? We need to do this again sometime, you think? We really do. And just remember that everything that you guys, what you get might seem like it's nothing to you, but it probably really is something. And it's important to just trust yourself and believe in yourself and quit listening to that voice in your ear that's telling you that it's all bullshit and you're not psychic. Don't listen to that crap, because you are. You were born this way. Everyone was. So you've just practicing on tuning in the radio dial that is your intuition. Tune in and get to that frequency where you're picking things up, and things come a lot easier. Yeah, how cool. Well, what did Haggis say? My third eye only sees the toilet. Is that your beautiful brown eye, Haggis? Heather's like, freaky, right? It's so cool. It's so fun. It is so fun. And Chris loves it. You have fun doing it. Chris, dadgum, buddy. You were hitting on some stuff. All of you guys were hitting on some stuff. Oh, Michelle's like, I hear guineas. Can you guys hear him? Yeah. It's Montel. Hey, guys. That's Montel Williams. Where's Wendy? Oh, there's Wendy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yay, well, that was fun. My first live in a year, right? I'll have to look and see. I don't remember the date of my last live stream, but I think it was March. It was like a year ago. I almost went live on telethon, but then, not telethon, Terathon, but I flipped my shit because I thought something happened to my kid. But other than that, I think it's been since March of last year. It was fun. Yeah. Oh, Heather, I know. I love guineas too, and I love their feathers. Where did I put? I got a whole tub of guinea feathers. Where did I put them? Hang on. I've been collecting feathers. These are feathers. Those feathers there are from Gobbles, my turkey. Rest in peace. There's a guinea feather. Been saving a bunch of guinea feathers. Michelle and I can do crafts with them. Yeah. Where's Newman? I don't know. Where's Newman? Will you bring Newman to me, Nash? Pretty please. His friends would like to see him. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gobbles. Newman, you need to change your tie. Be right back. I'm getting Newman. Come on. Come on. You want to say hi to your friends? You want to say hi to your friends? Hi, everybody. Hi. He needs to change his tie. He's had the same tie on for weeks now. Yeah. All right, my handsome buddy. Okay, get down. All right, guys. Well, I am not going to keep you guys any longer. You guys probably have things you got to get. Oh, Michelle says, someone is squealing here. Hi, girls. Newman, the girls are happy to see you. Aw. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming. We'll do this again really soon. We will. We'll do this again really soon because it's really pretty fun and it's really good for you. It really is. It's good for everybody. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye-bye.